I do believe that this will shift a lot of people perspectively. Now, this is something we've said many, many different times, but I'm going to take a different approach today in the hopes of reaching you in a different way. Are you ready? We are creative beings. We all know this. But what does it really truly mean? The greatest expression of love is creation. And Source did that when it expressed itself through you. Source, the best way I can put it, had an idea, a thought, and as it expressed that thought, here you are. And that thought had its own vibration, and it had its own frequency, and it had its own desire as to what it was going to do while it was here on Earth in this life's experience. And so it came forth, you came forth, to live out everything that you wanted to learn, that you wanted to experience, still connected to Source, still the creation of Source, still the creation or the expression of love from Source, Source's idea. If we could stay aware, we hear this, we hear it said, and we say this all the time, thoughts create things. Your thoughts are your creations. So when A Course in Miracles talks about how we live amongst our creation, well, our creations are our thoughts, because thoughts create things. Thoughts create experiences, thoughts create relationships, thoughts create abundance, thoughts create material or objects, if you want to call it that, inventions and things like that. Now, thoughts create things, and everything is created out of love. We live amongst our creations. Those creations just are. They just are. Until each of us in our own energies, frequencies, vibrations, begin to label by way of judgment, good or bad, good or bad. And we label them or judge them based on how they make us feel. $1,000 could make someone feel awesome. $1,000 could still make someone feel lackful. It's a matter of interpretation. Everything's created out of love. And I hear people, everything. It's either one of two things. We create, be it an expression of love, or we create for a call. It's a call for love, a call for it. So if we look at some things that are created that might not be so healthy, might be toxic, it's out of a lack of love that it was created. And by having it created, it's a call for love. The effects of it, the appearance of it, the having of it, something's going to trigger the person creating it or the people experiencing it into wanting more love or into wanting to experience more love. But at the end of the day, it cycles all the way back to love. Our thoughts create things. Those things we label as good or bad. But the universe doesn't, because the universe is neutral. In fact, everything we create is technically neutral. Because remember, $1,000 could be epic for someone and lackful for another. The universe is neutral. And this is a really great thing. We should be really grateful for the fact that the universe is neutral, because the universe doesn't judge what Jackie's asking for. The universe just goes, sweet, become a vibrational match to what it is you're asking for, and it is yours. Before that, they're saying, go back. As soon as you ask for it, it's yours. Wait, go back. It already is you. It's the you calling or going inward to say, I lack this in my physical experience, but because it's me, because I know it exists, I'm having thoughts that will go retrieve what it is that I'm asking for so that I can become a vibrational match for it and manifest it here in the physical world. We are connected to everything. Everything we could ever possibly want is already ours. The Bible says that. Of course, Miracle says that. I'm sure there's a lot of other places where you could find it. You are already what it is you're looking for. Everything you need is already within you. You just got to go retrieve it and bring it out. You bring it out by the thoughts. Your thoughts create the things. Those things you created create awesomeness in your world, or perhaps a lack for you to then go continue to create awesomeness in your world. But if you will just fathom for a second how big your thinking process is, your thoughting process, if you would fathom for just a moment how great the thinking process really truly is, then you would take ownership for the thoughts you think. If you were getting out of bed constantly thinking it's just another day, guess what it's going to be? Just another day. If you are constantly thinking there's never enough, then guess what? There's never going to be enough. If you consciously think all the time that you are not worthy, then guess what? You're going to have evidence and vibration that match unworthiness. But did you know that if you would wake up tomorrow and you would say, today is an amazing day, everything is going my way, all that I've asked for will be received, or the signs of receiving it are on their way to me, and you went about thinking thoughts aligned with that, if you went around about keeping your awareness of how you feel all the time, constant about how I feel, creating intentions to feel good, navigating around things that create feelings of good and feelings of bad, navigating as you go through your day, did you know you could shift massively in only a matter of seconds, only a matter of seconds does the universe pivot and create a completely different life for every single one of us. The universe is neutral. The universe is neutral. The universe is neutral. I need you to hear that. The universe is not sitting there going, no, you can't have it because you're not good enough. The universe isn't saying, no, you can't have it because that's impossible. The universe is neutral. The universe is infinitely neutral. In fact, it has everything that you could possibly desire. And it doesn't look at it as being worthy of you or not worthy of you, impossible to receive or not impossible to receive. All it does is stay neutral. And all the things that you want stay at a vibrational level, waiting for you to come match it so it can come in. You can't get water from a faucet that's turned off. You have to turn the faucet on. And by doing so, open the valve to receive the water to then put the water out. But if you refuse to do so, the water stays right where it's always been. It's there. You don't question it. The water's there. You just have to turn it on. Only have to open yourself up to receiving. So many people don't ponder this idea. And so what they do is allow themselves to give their power away to the day. So many people walk mindlessly on autopilot. That's a great phrase. I love that. On autopilot. Thank you. Do you know your autopilot might be set for something you programmed 10 years ago? Consider that. Do you know where you were 10 years ago? Sorta. What if you are autopiloting in vibration alignment with 10 years of programming back then that doesn't even apply right now because you are not taking ownership for your experience? You're being the victim to the experience. That's only going to get you more yuck until you remember who you are. We are creation, being here on earth. We are creation. We were the thought of source made manifest on earth. Wow. Thought source, thought, Jackie. So Jackie's here. Source, thought, Mel. So Mel is here. Source had an idea of how it wanted to express itself, and it expressed itself as Jackie. I am a creation, source. Source in Jackie form. That thought here means that, wow, there's nothing I could do to sever that. There's nothing that I can't be bad enough. I can't be wrong enough. I can't F it up to the degree in which I'm no longer source energy. I can't, the universe is neutral. I'm the only one here in physical form using physical senses. Judgment's one of those physical things. Labeling's one of these physical things. I'm the only one down here going, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. And the neutral universe is going, frequency at which she's at, keep going. Frequency at which she's at, keep going. How many people on a really awesome day are still labeling things bad, bad, bad? How many people having an epic day are even considering not so great things right now? It contradicts the whole thing. You can't have amazing feelings while going towards low vibration thought or low vibration experience. It's just not even explainable. Your thoughts, this is how powerful your thoughts are. Your thoughts, which are the translation of energy in your energy field and outside the energy field. Outside the energy field, penetrating Jackie's energy field, becomes vibration. And that vibration I start to pick up, and I start to give thought to it, idea to it. I start to try and process or figure it out, whatever it is. And it happens like lickety split. That thought then starts to generate energy. Energy in motion creates an emotion within me that makes it feel awesome sauce or not so much. Okay? Now, if I were to do the work around awesome, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, or not so awesome, why am I thinking this thought? Why is this experience happening? What about this do I need to learn it, process it differently? Cool, but most of us don't do that. I don't even do that all the time. There's thoughts that get in the way. There's experiences that create overwhelming emotion before you can even go, holy cow, I'm having an emotion. I don't want to have this emotion. Boom, it's right here. Great, it's right here. Those are to teach us more about us. They had to happen to teach us more about us. It's not a bad thing that it happened because it teaches us more about us, and it's actually going to benefit us at a greater level if we would just tune into it than just think the thought, learn from the thought, and push it back out. But the emotion that we have, you can see it as energy that is anxiety or depression, happiness or joy. We take that energy and we could begin to filter it in through the chakra system. Now the chakra system is either opened up more by this or restricted and then closed off by this. But if it's opening or closing and constantly shifting and changing, it's creating energy, okay, that's moving through us, that we either then stuff and allow to block chakras, meridians, that affect the nervous system, the immune system, okay? It then creates a physical response. The physical response is obvious because we're physical beings having physical reactions to things. And that physical response is going to get us that much more aware of what is going on. We can stop it before it's a physical response. But even if and when it is a physical response, we can still go in and fix it. If we would stand in our power and own it and do the work necessary, rather than say, it's Yolanda Jester's fault. It's Yolanda's fault that I feel this way, and if Yolanda would fix herself, I wouldn't feel this way, so Yolanda, fix yourself. Nope. Got nothing to do with Miss Yolanda. She's living her best life. I'm triggered by it. She's living her best life. I'm triggered by it because I'm not living my best life, or whatever the excuse or whatever the experience is. It is never, ever, never, ever, ever somebody else's or something else's doing. It is how we are processing it in that moment. And when we become more aware of that, when we take ownership and stand in our power, we begin to do the healing necessary by starting to understand why we feel the way we do, shift and change, heal the energy, fix the energy, okay? All of this is empowering because we can say we did this in and of ourselves, connecting to the inner being within for the assistance that's necessary, not going outside of ourselves, not giving our power away, which depletes us of that reserve. We don't want to do that. Then, when we remember who and what we are, God's creation, being on earth, we remember just how much power and influence we have over the experiences that we have. We remember nothing is permanent, and just like energy always constantly ebbing and flowing, so are our experiences, so is our money, so is our relationships, so are our emotions, always ebbing and flowing. What does that mean? That means if you've been struggling with anxiety for far too long, it's because you've been putting up with it for far too long. And it means that you've been physically allowing it to stay present in your energetic and physical system for far too long. And you're the only one that can bring yourself up out of that. But you can. And it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how young you are. It doesn't matter how long it's been happening. It doesn't matter if it just started yesterday. You have the power to pivot and shift just like that. We talked last week about time. Remember, time is irrelevant in the universe. It takes as long as it takes to become a vibrational alignment, because remember, the universe is neutral, completely neutral, 100% neutral. It's neither good nor bad. And thank God, what a blessing that is. Sit for a minute. What a blessing it is to know that source is neutral. Neutral. Only responding to where I am. That means that it's not up to me to gain forgiveness or correction from source. It's up to me to go inward and do the forgiveness and the correcting and the shifting, so I can bring in more of what source has to offer. What does source offer? Always and only love. What does love hold? The energy of love holds more well-being. The energy of love holds more peace. The energy of love holds more abundance. The energy of love holds more creation, creative ideas, thoughts, expressions, more opportunities. Everything we want, we find in love. Because remember, everything comes from love, and no matter what it is, it circles back into more love. Because as we express ourselves by being super duper awesome and creating amazing, wonderful things to share with each other, we are expressing it through love, and then everybody that experiences it gets more love, and then because they have more love, they go out and express more love, and you get the picture, right? When you become more aware of energy, when you become more aware of just how much energy you actually are and how you filter energy in so many different ways, you become the master of your reality. Who doesn't want to be the master of their reality? Who doesn't want to be the be-all, end-all to this one's life? Me. Remember when we were all teenagers and we were like, I'm never going to depend on anybody. We knew it back then. We were sassafras, right? We were all sassy back then, talking about how we weren't going to be dependent on no one. I was going to do it all for me. It might have had an attitude tone, but it wasn't wrong. I knew back then that I was the one in control of it all. And it was only outside circumstances, outside people that were restricting or trying to buffer really to the best of their ability so that you could use it for good and not for sassiness. But, you know, we give them credit for trying.